guys, it's your favorite LA realtor and we are back with another video. And if you are new here, welcome to my channel where we talk about all things real estate and just the economy, period. I am your real estate economist, literally. So today it is 2023. I think this is maybe our first or second real estate video of the year. Actually, this is our second. If you look at my last video, I was talking about my 2023 real estate predictions, but I am here today to address the elephant in the room. Will the housing market crash in 2023? Absolutely not. But let me tell you why before you tussle with me in the comments. Now, before I tell you why, let me just give you a little backstory. Now, what drives the real estate market is supply and demand. As of today, January 21st, 2023, California only has 3.5 months left of inventory, literally. So what that means is we stopped putting listings on the market and no more sellers came to the market, and we literally just stuck and sold every house that we have left. In 3 months, which is like March, April, it will be gone. We wouldn't have a house to sell. Just keep that in mind as I'm talking. So with little to no demand, because buyers are now understanding how volatile interest rates are right now at the top of the year, especially coming back from the holidays. Let's not forget, inflation is still kind of up, even though we're kind of combating it. It's definitely still a relevant thing in our economy as of today. So when supply is high and demand is low, prices tend to usually come down. But the irony is we don't even have enough inventory to suffice that situation. Like, literally, we have barely any inventory and barely any demand. So like, what's the middle ground right now? So the true irony of our California housing market situation right now is that sellers are afraid to sell because either one, they don't want to have to sacrifice what they know their home is worth. Now, this is going to be your normal thinking seller that's not necessarily being greedy, but is totally up for change, or maybe moving, or maybe they're working from home, or maybe their kids have moved out, going off to college, so maybe now they can downsize. But let me stop you there. Most sellers are saying my interest rates that I have on my home right now is actually lower because most of them maybe refinanced during the pandemic. But other than that, if you go back to maybe 10 years ago, interest rates were only about at 4 to 5%. So their interest rate that they currently have on their home right now is lower than if they were to get a new home and get a new mortgage and move. So they would also have to most likely sacrifice some space in order to do that. So most sellers are just like, I might as well just stay where I am and continue paying the mortgage that I already have. Which means sellers are still in control of the housing market because they rather just not sell than get a lowball price and a high interest rate. Unless they absolutely have to, this is how they're thinking. We don't have to sell at all, we'll just stay here. While buyers do have some type of leverage, it's really not enough to shake the housing market because buyers still don't have a lot of options to choose from when it comes to houses. So I'm gonna tell you this one thing that's actually gonna surprise you. Stay tuned. Here in California, the last quarter of 2022, 23% of listings were actually still being sold over asking price, which means there's still some bidding wars going on somewhere. And I honestly believe if the house is priced correctly the first time it hits the market, and especially on maybe $300,000 to $500,000, or maybe a great house priced $700,000 to $800,000, those houses are still getting multiple offers. No, it's not anything insane, but like I said, a seller right now is not going to accept a lowball offer just to sell their home. They rather maybe house hack, rent it out, and just keep the income coming. Or they're just like, we won't sell at all. If they're in a multiple offer situation, who's going to give us the best money and the best terms where it makes sense for us? So all in all, that kind of just means that sellers are the ones that are not allowing the prices to drop right now. prices are not going to be dropping anytime soon. I'm not sure about the rest of the country, but as I read my national realtor, emails and like postings that we receive all the time, it's pretty much that there's not enough inventory, not only in California, but just period. And yes, we're still combating inflation. So the Federal Reserve is like, we've come down on interest rates some, but we're still kind of going to be, rocking the boat until we combat inflation altogether. So we don't really know, as I said in my 2023 predictions video, we don't really know where interest rates are going to go. I don't think they're going to go back to 7%. But remember, from the first day a buyer qualifies for a loan, all the way up until a week before closing, they have to make sure that whatever the interest rates are, as you may know, interest rates may be one price when you first apply for the mortgage. And by the time you apply for the actual underwriting process, you may not qualify for that mortgage anymore. So if interest rates continue to go up and down, up and down, up and down, it's going to continue to scare more buyers going into the market. Now, unless you are shopping, like I said, a price range that is super affordable, and maybe you have a family or maybe you're single, now those people are still home shopping, because these may be people that couldn't get in the market, end of 2020, 2021, or 2022, but now they're getting in because they may have been solid the entire time. Now, like I said, with inflation and interest rates kind of rocking the boat, buyers are pretty much just at a pause, and so are sellers, because nobody knows which way to turn. So it's bringing the market to a pause, not necessarily down. So if you kind of understand that this is kind of the market before COVID, where maybe everybody was losing their job, so a lot of people fell out of the market, but everybody started selling their home because they were moving, we were working from home, a lot of people were downsizing during that time. But after COVID hit, it probably took the market about 4 or 5 months to start shaking again. But honestly, no one knows what to do. All we can do is just go based off faith. Go with your gut instinct. If it is the right time for you to buy, then buy. If you are financially prepared to purchase a home, whether your interest rate is 5.5 or 6.5, I would definitely say do that while prices are where they are now. Because right now, you may be able to get a seller to maybe help you with closing costs, maybe buy down your interest rate, or even help you with $20,000 less than the asking price. Right now is the time for negotiations. I've seen many people talk about this is going to be just like the 2008 housing bubble. The market is going to crash. Let me tell you, this is not going to happen. And it's not even the statistics or, me speaking on things that happened like 15 plus years ago. Literally, it is not going to crash because the statistics and the math just don't make sense right now. In 2008, everybody and their mother can qualify for a mortgage. It is not like that today. People can barely qualify for a mortgage. Mortgages are so tight-knit that, you really have to have your ducks in a row to qualify for a mortgage right now. Back then in 2008, people had their mom's mortgage, their cousin's mortgage, their mortgage. Right now, like I said, people can barely afford their mortgage. And, some people may have investment properties. I would say more people are house hacking now than they were back in the day. So, there's no foreclosures. People rather just, go into renting or sell their house and start renting, as opposed to going into foreclosure. I mean, nowadays, the economy has changed so much, with all the lessons that we've been hit with in the last, 5 to 10 years. It's really hard for someone to lose their house. There's many, many options available. So, when everybody's like, oh, all the housing prices are gonna drop. Yes, housing prices will drop, but it's just gonna go back to what it was like 2018, 2019. We will never probably go back to 2008 again because inflation is up, you know. That's just the gist of it. I mean, honestly, here in California, income tax and property taxes are so high. How could anybody afford more than one house unless they're house hacking? I just wanted to come give you guys that information. Like I said, will the housing market crash in 2023? No, because we don't have enough houses and we don't have enough buyers. So we're just kind of stuck in the in-between now, but we will see how it goes until our next market updated video. You know, I try to get these out to you guys every once in a couple of months. Go ahead and check out my 2023 California predictions video. It is actually what I really think, and it's what a lot of experts have been saying. If you do like this video and if you agree with me, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep the ball rolling and I could give you guys more information that you guys are looking for, just so you know how to navigate throughout the year in case you're looking to buy in 6 to 12 months. I've been posting a couple of shorts just to give you guys some quick tips, but like as always, I'm going to continue to deep dive into what you should be doing, what you should not be doing, and just kind of give you the guys the inside scoop on the real estate market. And if you don't agree with me, still make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll tussle with you in the comments. Have a good one.